Let's listen to a former congressman from Minnesota, and he's nationally prominent because he ran for president on the Democrat side in the last cycle. His name is Dean Phillips, someone who I know personally. Play this, please.
I really don't recognize my party. I don't recognize its principles. I surely don't see any leadership. I don't want to give full credit to President Trump for breaking the Democratic Party, but it surely is in disarray and, most importantly, completely rudderless. And what I saw my governor and friend, Tim Walz, say today was appalling. And I don't want to demean any individual directly, but I'm just shocked that someone who should know better read the room so poorly. I liked him for a long time.
Yeah.
But this is nonsense. And by the way, and just as you said earlier, what you said about cheering the tanking of Tesla stock, not only does that hurt a lot of Minnesotans who have their money in pension funds, it hurts Tesla employees. This is one of the world's foremost innovative companies based in the United States of America. No elected official should ever demean an American company like that. It's nonsensical. And then to call him a South African Nepo baby. He's an American citizen for 20 years. He's built some of the most extraordinary companies in the world. And call him what you will. You can disagree with his initiative, Doja. But my goodness, for my party to be, should be condemning it, should not be celebrating it. I'm really appalled right now and shocked.
Dean Phillips is a businessman. He's very successful, comes from a line of successful business people. He likes to portray himself as a centrist when in reality he was a lockstep vote for the New World Order. But he's a smart guy, and he's reading the spin on the curveball, and he's saying, whoa, did you hear what he said? I don't want to assign to President Trump the credit for breaking the Democrat Party. No, he doesn't want to. But President Trump has a unique skill of unmasking BS. He did it first, if you can remember back in 2018, when he was in that tariff tit for tat with China, with President Xi. And all of a sudden, the Chinese, who always smiled and were always saying win-win cooperation, were revealed to be quite anti-American. He unmasked those people. He unmasked the media, the enemy of the people. He unmasked the media and showed the way with the media. Now he has unmasked the judiciary, and we're seeing through his own suffering the unfair use of law to persecute and prosecute political opponents. And just now, we're seeing so many more things unmasked. In fact, the entire Democrat Party has been unmasked. And let's think about what a scam these people really are running. What is the Democrat Party? It believes in one world government, one world economy, one world currency. These people are the bastion of the New World Order here in the United States, with about half of the Republicans. We only got about half of one half. About 25% of the people are really down with this idea of national sovereignty. That's the problem we got to solve in the Republican Party. That's why I'm asking you to get involved. Because to the extent that you don't, you're leaving in the Republican Party people that are wearing red MAGA hats, and they hate President Trump, and they can't wait to get it back to the way it was before so the grift can continue. But these Democrats, they've been unmasked as being part of this New World Order concept, and we're figuring out their business model. And what was their business model? Well, first of all, it's the oldest model in the world, slavery, drugs, and piracy. But their game was to make everybody poor so they could control us. That was the Democrat game. Let's listen to some citizens in Wyoming and what their game is with their local elected representative.
Continuing resolution, and he's asked about
Where is the money for all of the individuals that have been fired? It still remains in those agencies. What happens with Congress is we appropriate money for the specific agencies. Here's the only thing that DOJ has done, which is it's so bizarre to me how obsessed you are with federal government. But here's the thing.
That's good. That's feedback from a full auditorium of folks in Wyoming with their local federal representative, their congressperson. And she had a very interesting comment. Why are you people so obsessed with the federal government? Well, it's very easy to answer that question, but people catcalled and booed because they don't like to look in the mirror. You're happy to be dependent on that federal government, and you're taking the money, and you don't want anybody to stop that money from flowing, even if that means everybody else is poor, even if that means we have to give up our country and be part of an international globalist government. You know, can you hear the anger rising up in me? You know, okay, so Social Security is very old. It's supposed to be an independent pot of money that we all invest in. And I've been paying into Social Security since 1972. So, I mean, I'm getting it, all right? In fact, the only thing I might have at the end of the day for myself, because I've given up everything to do this, because that's what men do. You know, when men see a fight against evil, I don't mean two guys fighting to figure out who's the tougher dude to get the girl. That's a waste of time. I'm talking about when evil shows its face and is coming to take over. What men do is they rush to the battle. And there's a lot of men doing that. And I did. I dropped everything in my life to get involved in politics, to get involved in media, to spread the word that these people, these Democrats, accelerated decarbonization, clean energy, green energy, the Green New Deal, and at the same time ran the debt up because they knew, or if they didn't know, they should have known, so they were either ill-intended or incompetent, that if you have debt, you got to have the energy to service that debt, or you go bankrupt. We've been set up for bankruptcy. And why did they do that? Because we are a free, sovereign nation. We are free, sovereign citizens, and we are a light. Our freedom is a light to this world, and most of the world has already succumbed to this new world order. So, by us being here as Americans and showing other people what freedom is, when you have rights granted by a creator, when we show that, when we ensue that, when we exemplify that, we gum up their plan to make all the people dumb and poor. Dumb, Department of Education, what's the outcome? Dumb students. Let's get rid of it and try something else. We're in a period of change, and change is good.